Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it is impossible to be well-pleasing to him. For he who comes to God must believe that he exists and that he is a rewarder of those who seek him. Now, I wonder why so many people don't believe in God anymore. You're not going to come to a relationship with God without believing that he is. Just because you're a good person, that's not going to get you any more than being a good grasshopper or being a good maggot or anything else. Um, so that's not what it's about. It's not for you. It's not about you. To if you oh well, I'm already getting off track of the subject. The subject is you have to believe that God is, and today in this affluent, hedonistic society that we live in here, where the only reason for living is to consume as much as you can and experience as much as you can, and that's all there is. It is, it kind of turns my stomach to even think of people who live like that. But anyway, I know that that's the vast majority of all mankind that I know of here in the United States. So why don't they believe that God is? I'll tell you. It's because all your priests, preachers, witch doctors, voodoo, whoever, all the people that are talking about God are just talking about the traditions of men. They're talking about what what they would like to be God. Mankind, the heart of man is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. And the heart of man tells man to believe lies instead of truth. Truth is difficult for us to accept because truth is not always pleasing to us. And because we are such selfish creatures, we choose to believe the things that please us. So, to believe that God is. Now, I said in a previous video that, there's some people who think that, well, I'll believe in what I see, you know. And I mentioned how there's all these different forces that are going on constantly that everybody believes in. They're taught by the idiots and the idiotic teachers and the professors and everything in the schools and universities, and so that's accepted. But anything that well, okay, now I want to get back on this same subject. I'm thinking, okay, now all these priests, preachers, and so forth, whatever they're called, they promote the traditions of men, and the traditions of men are what men like to believe. They gather people to them with itching ears to hear what they want to hear. Like you get a preacher preaching stuff. Hey, I can make you well. I can give you this. You can be rich. You can do all these. Oh, that guy's going to make money. That's here. Look at a rich preacher there, right? Anyway, and so that's the kind of religion that exists because your preachers are animals, human animals, selfish, greedy, arrogant animals, and so they preach to people the things that the people want to hear. Now that has nothing at all to do with truth, and God is a God of truth. God is reality. God is truth and reality. And mankind is living in a fantasy, nonsense. They'll just believe what they like to believe type of atmosphere. So the reason I think that this country has so few people that profess to believe in God is because of the nonsense that they hear in their churches and synagogues and temples and whatever. That a rational person doesn't believe, and you don't find many rational people. Now that's a tiny right there. I've eliminated the vast majority of all mankind because the vast majority of all mankind is not rational. They get trained from early on to never use their mind to weigh the evidence and come to a conclusion and a rational thought. So anyway, the preachers and preach whatever they are, they're teaching the traditions of man, which are the things that please man. They teach this idiotic nonsense about an immortal soul and this idiotic devil that goes around torturing and tempting and all this stuff. That has nothing to do with the teaching of the Bible. If you want to get truth, throw away all your college textbooks and pick up a Bible. But the thing is, know that this Bible was translated by idiots, and well, I shouldn't. I'm trying to break myself of calling everybody idiots. Anyway, all these arrogant, foolish professors and stuff. Yeah. Okay, we'll call them foolish. You know the difference between an idiot and a fool? An idiot is a much better person than a fool, because a fool rejects truth on purpose. They say, no, I don't want to hear the truth. I want to believe my nonsense fantasies. That's a fool. Who says, no, I won't look at the truth. I won't look at it. I won't listen to it. I won't open the Bible. I won't look for truth. Now that is a fool. That's my definition of a fool. So anyway, I'm getting off track. What was I talking about? We're talking about why people don't believe in God. So your idiotic, nonsensical Santa Claus God sitting on a cloud waiting for you to pray for something so he can give it to you, he doesn't exist. All you parents, I would suggest, don't teach your kids about Santa Claus or Saint Nick or whatever, all these fantasy things that cause him to have a distorted, make-believe view of the world around him. It's very damaging, and it just gets worse the older you get. You get somebody my age that has had all these ideas about immortal soul and hell and devils and disembodied spirits, ghosts, whatever, all this stuff. It gets hard for them to get it out of their mind the older you get. It gets hard to get rid of that. Don't start putting that stuff in the minds of your kids. I was around at the very beginning of computers, and one of the first acronyms I learned was GIGO, G-I-G-O, and it was an acronym for programmers, meaning garbage in, garbage out. You put garbage into your program, you get garbage out of your program. So you start putting garbage into the programming of your child or the mind of your child, you're going to get garbage out of that child. Don't teach them Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny or any of that stuff. Go on and give them presents. I'm all for presents and toys and the candy eggs and all the stuff that goes along with the lies that are so prominent in this culture. Okay, how much time have I spent? Okay, I'm going to stop this recording and save it.